The University of Newcastle, informally known as Newcastle University, is an Australian public university established in 1965. It has a primary campus in Callaghan, a suburb of Newcastle, New South Wales. The university also operates campuses in Ourimbah, Port Macquarie, Singapore and the central business districts of Newcastle and Sydney. Historically, the University of Newcastle Medical School has implemented the problem-based learning system for its undergraduate Bachelor of Medicine program, a system later mandated for use by the Australian Medical Council throughout Australia. It pioneered use of the undergraduate medicine and health sciences admission test in the early 1990s. UMAT has since been accepted widely by different medical schools across Australia as an additional selection criteria. The University of Newcastle is a member of Universities Australia and the Association to Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business. In 2015, Times Higher Education ranked the University of Newcastle number 2 in Australia and number 30 in the world for universities under 50 years of age. History. The earliest origins of the present-day University of Newcastle can be traced to the Newcastle Teachers College and Newcastle University College. NUC was created as an offshoot of the New South Wales University of Technology and was co-located with the Newcastle Technical College at Tighes Hill. At the time of its establishment, NUC had just 5 full-time students and study was restricted to engineering, mathematics and science. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Newcastle residents campaigned for NUC to be reconstituted as a university in its own right. The campaign was ultimately successful, with the University of Newcastle being established as an autonomous institution on the 1st of January 1965 by gubernatorial proclamation under the University of Newcastle Act 1964. The new university was granted a heraldic coat of arms by the College of Arms in London, an event seen by many in the community as signifying the new institution's independence. In 1966, the university relocated from Tighes Hill to a largely undeveloped bushland site in Shortland. As enrollments grew, the university embarked on a major building program and redeveloped the Shortland site into the Callaghan campus. Named for Sir Callaghan, Foundation member of the University Council and Chancellor from 1977 to 1988. Students at the university celebrate Autonomy Day on the 1st of July of each year. According to unverified sources, official autonomy was marked on the 1st of January 1965 with a symbolic ceremonial bonfire held at the site of the Great Hall. This celebration is said to have been officiated by Professor Godfrey Tanner, who is said to have poured wine libations onto the ground as to sanctify the land upon which the university rests. Since the university technically became autonomous on the 1st of January 1965, Autonomy Day should be held on the 1st of January. The 1st of July actually coincided with the New South Wales University of Technology's autonomy from the Public Service Board's authority on the 1st of July 1954. According to Don Wright, students interpreted Autonomy Day as celebrating the autonomy of the University of Newcastle from the University of New South Wales. The students were entitled to give the celebration whatever meaning they chose. The fact that they called it Autonomy Day heightened the students' sense of the importance of autonomy and the need to defend it against outside interference. In 1989, the Dawkins reforms amalgamated the Hunter Institute of Higher Education with the University of Newcastle. Newcastle Teachers College had been established in 1949 and was later renamed the Newcastle College of Advanced Education and finally the Hunter Institute of Higher Education, as it had expanded its educational offerings beyond teacher education to nursing, other allied health professions, business, and fine arts. The Hunter Institute was located in a series of buildings on land immediately adjacent to the university at Callaghan, and amalgamation expanded the campus to some 140 hectares. Under the reforms, the university also gained the Newcastle branch of the NSW Conservatorium of Music located in the city's central business district. In 1998, the university established a partnership with the Institute Ourimbah, a Malaysian private business school. In 2002, Ian Firms, a lecturer, failed a large number of student papers from Ourimbah for academic dishonesty, but his actions were reversed by the Newcastle administration and he was discharged. He then appealed to the New South Wales Independent Commission Against Corruption, which made a finding of corruption against Dr. Paul Ryder, a failure by Vice-Chancellor Roger Holmes in the execution of his duty, and recommended disciplining the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Brian English. In 2003, the University of Newcastle, together with 5 other Australian universities, established Innovative Research Universities Australia. 40 years after obtaining autonomy, the University of Newcastle has developed a reputable position in national and international university standings, ranked in the 10 to 14 range of the 38 universities in Australia by the Shanghai Jiao Tong University and 215th in the world by the Times Higher Education Supplement in 2007. The university unveiled a new logo on the 31st of March 2007 as part of a brand refresh to align the university's image more closely with its new strategic direction. On the 11th of May 2007, the university launched a campus at the PSB Academy's 2 main campuses in Singapore. On the 30th of July 2015, Tanzanian President Jakaya Kikwete was the first head of state to be awarded an honorary degree by the university campuses. The university offers online, face-to-face, or a mix of the two, with campuses at Callaghan, Ourimbah, Port Macquarie, Singapore and Sydney CBD. The university also has 3 premises within the Newcastle city centre. Newcastle.The Callaghan campus is the university's main and largest campus. It is located in the Newcastle suburb of Callaghan, situated approximately 12 kilometres from Newcastle CBD. The campus is placed on 140 hectares of natural bushland within which the university's numerous buildings are located. The land is traditionally owned by the Pumbalong clan of the Awabakal people, a connection which has been developed by the university and is seen as a selling point for academics. Many of the university's operations are run out of the Callaghan campus, including student administration, course and degree program planning, and the university's teaching and learning division. All the major faculties are based on the campus. The campus also has access to the Ourimbah and Huxley libraries. Various other facilities are available on the campus, including several sporting fields, a sports and aquatic center, and 4 on-campus residential colleges. The business and commerce programs offered by Newcastle Business School via the Callaghan campus are accredited by ACSB International. Central Coast. Ourimbah campus is a cross-institutional campus with the University of Newcastle, TAFE NSW, Hunter Institute, and the Central Coast Community College, each having a presence. It is located in the Central Coast suburb of Ourimbah. The faculties of Business and Law, Education and Arts, Science and Information Technology, and Health each have a presence on the campus. In total, they provide 16 undergraduate degree programs and 1 postgraduate program, 5 of which are exclusive to the campus. The Bachelor of Commerce program offered by Newcastle Business School via the Ourimbah campus is accredited by ACSB International. Port Macquarie campus. The University of Newcastle has a presence on the TAFE NSW North Coast Institute Port Macquarie campus. The university provides 3 degree programs at the campus, including one of the university's enabling programs, Open Foundation. Singapore campus. The Singapore campus is the university's first overseas campus, which includes both the Delta campus and the Henderson campus of PSB Academy in the central region of Singapore. This new campus covers an area of 19,000 square meters behind the Tiong Bahru Plaza. The undergraduate Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Commerce programs, and the Master of Business Administration offered by Newcastle Business School via the UON Singapore campus are accredited by ACSB International. Sydney CBD campus. The University of Newcastle Sydney CBD campus provides a number of postgraduate degree programs from the Faculty of Business and Law and the English, Language and Foundation Studies Centre. It is located in the Sydney CBD. The postgraduate programs offered by Newcastle Business School via the Sydney CBD campus are accredited by ACSB International. Newcastle City Precinct. The University of Newcastle also has a presence on 3 sites within the Newcastle CBD. The School of Music and Conservatorium is located in the Civic Theatre Precinct. The School of Law, Legal Centre, and Graduate School of Business are located in University House, and the Newcastle Institute of Public Health is located in the David Madison Building on the site of the Royal Newcastle Hospital. University House is a landmark Art Deco sandstone building directly opposite Civic Park. The postgraduate programs offered by Newcastle Business School via the Newcastle City Precinct campus are accredited by ACSB International. Grad School is the University of Newcastle's dedicated hub for postgraduate coursework students. Since 2001, Grad School has been responsible for online learning, offering graduate students from around the world convenient access to more than 60 postgraduate qualifications delivered by the University of Newcastle. Online interaction is via Blackboard, a web-based learning system which hosts our courses. Through Blackboard, communication is entirely online. Students interact with instructors and fellow students on discussion boards, submit assignments, view grades and check announcements. As is the case with on-campus study, online students have access to all university facilities such as online library resources and support tools, including over 300 information technology, management, interpersonal and professional development skills training courses. Faculties and schools. The university offers certificates, diplomas and degrees through 5 faculties and 12 schools. The university offers Indigenous Studies through the Wallo Duka Institute. Additionally, the English Language and Foundation Studies Centre provides tertiary preparation programs for both domestic and international students. Rankings and reputation. Research produced by the Melbourne Institute in 2006 ranked Australian universities across 7 main discipline areas: arts and AMP, humanities, business and AMP, economics, education, engineering, law, medicine, and science. For For each discipline, University of Newcastle was ranked. R1 refers to Australian and overseas academics rankings in tables 3.1 to 3.7 of the report. R2 refers to the articles and research rankings in tables 5.1 to 5.7 of the report. No refers to the total number of institutions in the table against which University of Newcastle is compared. Student body and organizations. In 2011, the university had a total enrollment of approximately 36,000 students, including over 7,500 international students from more than 115 countries. The university is recognized for its commitment to equity in education, and consistently enrolls more students of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander background than any other Australian university. It has graduated more than 60% of the nation's Indigenous doctors. Students at the Callaghan campus of the university are represented by the Newcastle University Students Association (UON Services Limited), Newcastle University Postgraduate Students Association, while students at Ourimbah campus are represented by Campus Central. UON Services is responsible for the social life of the university, as well as most of the commercial facilities on campus. It organizes all the main entertainment events, usually performed at the university's two licensed venues, the Bar on the Hill and the Godfrey Tanner Bar. Apart from student contributions, the UON Services generates income from the stores, restaurants and bars on the Callaghan and City campuses. UON Services also funds the production of Yak Media. Yak Media includes Yak Magazine and Yak TV. Yak Magazine is a monthly publication run by an editorially independent student team. Yak TV is produced by a student media production team and reports on upcoming university events, gigs and services. NUSA and NUPSA are primarily advocacy organizations, representing undergraduate and postgraduate students respectively on a variety of issues from political activism to the internal organization of the university. NUSA also produces Opus, the university's magazine written by and for students. Campus Central is a single organization looking after all the interests of students at the Ourimbah campus. Facilities and services. Library. The University of Newcastle Library consists of numerous libraries across a number of the university's campuses. They include the Ourimbah Library, the Huxley Library, the Ourimbah Library and the City Precinct Library. The largest of these is the Ourimbah Library on the Callaghan campus, which holds a significant traditional collection, including rare books and archives. In addition, the Callaghan campus has a smaller secondary library known as the Huxley Library. This primarily supports a collection for a number of schools, including education, nursing, and fine arts. The Ourimbah Library on the Central Coast campus holds a collection of both university and TAFE texts to facilitate the needs of the joint campus. An information common, similar to the one located in the Ourimbah Library, is also available. The City Precinct Library is also part of the University of Newcastle Library. The whole catalogue of the University Library is available across any of its constituent libraries. The library is a member of the Council of Australian University Librarians. It also keeps New South Wales state archives that have been held by the university since 1975. The state archives reside within the university archives, and consist of a collection of approximately 600 linear shelf meters. Sporting facilities. The university offers access to a number of sporting facilities across its campuses. The Callaghan campus has the majority of these facilities. This includes 6 sporting ovals, squash and amp, tennis courts, and a sports and aquatic center. The sport manages these facilities through an organisation known as the Forum. The Forum sports an aquatic centre. University boasts an Olympic-sized swimming pool, the second highest climbing wall in the Southern Hemisphere, and various other sporting facilities. It is also the site of training for sport teams including the Newcastle Knights from National Rugby League, the Newcastle Jets from the A-League, and the Hunter Hurricanes National League water polo team. The Forum also has a centre near the Newcastle CBD known as the Forum Health and Wellness Centre. Harborside internship services. The university works with partners including CRCC Asia and the Intern Group to arrange internship placements outside of Australia for its students. Notable alumni: Steve Abbott, Australian actor and comedian, better known as his comedic character, the Sandman. David Berthold, Australian theatre director. Scott Bevan, ABC News journalist and television presenter. Jonathan Biggins, Australian actor, singer, writer and comedian. Russell Blackford, philosopher and literary critic. Paul A. Broad, CEO of Infrastructure NSW. John Doyle, Australian actor, broadcaster and comedian, better known as Rampaging Roy Slaven, one half of broadcasting duo Roy and HG with Greek Pickhaver. Sandra Eads, Australia's first Aboriginal medical practitioner and researcher to be awarded a Doctorate of Philosophy, and NSW Woman of the Year for 2006. Peter Gray, Australian environmental activist. John Hughes, Sydney-based Australian writer and teacher. Cheryl Kernett, a former Australian Democrats leader and Australian Labor Party MP. Kevin Lindgren, Australian Federal Court judge. Susie Porter, actress. Gary Quinlan, Australian ambassador to the United Nations. Mikey Robbins, Australian comedian and television personality. Arthur Sino-Dino-Zhao, Senator for New South Wales in the Australian Senate and former president of the NSW branch of the Liberal Party. Peter Stutchbury, architect. Tony Vinson, Australian academic. Janine Webb, author and critic. Kah Boon Wan, Cabinet Minister in Singapore. Jeremy Lindsay Taylor, Australian actor. Coat of arms.